Good morning. So we're in Hood Wilderness now. I just camped right, there's a camp spot right by the parking lot off of Highway 35. So I just camped there. Got in pretty late, so I just cowboy camped. Mosquitoes weren't too bad, but I just slept with the head net on. It's actually pretty good sleep, but albeit a bit short. But yeah, so I ended up doing 29 trail miles yesterday, and then I think it was like a 6.5 mile road walk. So I ended up doing like another 35 yesterday, so I'm pretty tired today, but I hauled out another energy drink for around like lunchtime today, because I figured I'd just be cooked once that time comes around. But yeah, it should be good. I wasn't gonna do breakfast at the lodge, but I think I'm gonna see if they have any extra spots and go in there and eat, because just having extra calories I think would really help today. Yeah, I think there's water in like 1.5, and then oh yeah, I forgot that I went down to Twin Lakes to get water too, so that was another like probably mile round trip to get water, because I didn't have any last night. So I should have just hauled another water from the Chevron there, but whatever, that's how things go. You just roll with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the lodge for at least a couple hours. I'm hoping like 2 hours is good. Charge some stuff and just sit around, relax. I think I'll be able to upload a video, hopefully. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is like there, but worst case scenario, I'll just edit 1 or 2, and then when I'm at the hotel in Portland, I can always upload them there. But it would be nice to upload a couple. Man, oh man, some of these blowdowns. Yeah, the trail clearing was really good yesterday. There was hundreds of blowdowns that were cut up. So thank you to the trail crew that went in there, because I just remember sections of NorCal that weren't cleared. It's just so exhausting climbing over that stuff all day. But it was pretty clear, especially through like Warm Springs area, that pretty recently people have been in there, and I think it was because they're getting ready to open the Lion's Head closure, so they're trying to make the trail clear on both sides. But yeah, Oregon's been, this last stretch of Oregon has been incredible. It's been definitely more what I thought Oregon was going to be like. All Oregon's been beautiful. It's just like even this, it's starting to look a lot like Washington at this point. But yeah, just different than what I expected. And people always say that Oregon's flat. It's not flat. The trail's really nice. It's really soft dirt and like pine and fir needles, but there's still a lot of climbing. But also doing, 30 miles a day plus, obviously there's going to be a fair amount of elevation gain. So if you're only doing like 20s or less, it'd be really mellow compared to NorCal. Even compared to the desert, there was a lot of climbing in the desert. But yeah, we're just coming up on the lodge here. Not that I haven't already been, but I'm starting to get really excited for seeing my wife tomorrow. So the plan for today is to push again and try and do another big day and get within like in between 15 and 20 because I want to get in there at like noon if I can, because if I get in there like 3 or 4, it's just a waste. And she's leaving early just because she's got the border and to avoid the traffic around Seattle. So I'd rather just get in there early. Apparently it's like a 45-minute drive to the hotel, and I think I'm gonna drive because I've been really wanting to drive. I really miss driving back home, especially we used to do our summer road trips and I always drove, and I just always really enjoyed driving. So I'm gonna drive that stretch. Not to mention she's driving like 6 hours down here to come see me. So but yeah, I'm starting to get pretty stoked for that because I need a day off, and I also really need to see her again. So yeah, we'll head into Timberline, take a little break there. It looks like there's a big climb. It's like from camp, it was like a 2,000 foot climb up there, and then the rest of the day looks like, I don't think there's another climb that big, but there's definitely like 800 to 1,000 up, down, excuse me. So it's gonna be quite a bit of climbing, but Mount Hood is really, really spectacular. The views up on that ridgeline yesterday were just unbelievable. So I'm sure it's going to be more of the same today. And after Timberline, that's the last stop before Washington, so or Cascade Lock. So I think there's going to be definitely a little bit of a fire to get going and try and get as far as I can, so I can do a shorter day in there, so I can see my way for a few more hours. But I'm gonna get to the water, strip off these rain pants, and I'll check in again in the evening. Good afternoon. I gotta change the, oh, there we go. There we go. So we're just heading down to the Zigzag River here. PCT and the Timberline kind of follow the same trail here for a bit. So, but yeah, we're gonna be in the snow. There, we already had snow for the last like mile and a half there. I'd say super slushy now at this point, but lots of other hikers out here, section hikers and Timberline trail hikers. So there's a really good boot track now. So, but looks like the rest of the day is kind of a lot of just up and down. Gonna try and get 32 miles from where I am right now, which would make it basically another 40-mile day. But then it would only leave like 15 miles tomorrow, mostly downhill. So that's the plan. If I gotta hike into the night, I don't really care because it just buys me a ton of time for tomorrow. I mean, there's two options. I can also just get up super early, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel tonight. It's just tough because I feel like if you can get those miles in and you feel good in the evening, it just sets you up way better for the next day instead of banking on feeling decent the next day, because there's been lots of times where I've been like, oh, it's only 10 into town, and then I've woken up and just felt like complete garbage that next morning, and then that 10 felt like 20. So instead of, you know, doing another like 6 miles and then doing 4 into town is like just so much easier. And 15 miles is still a decent ways. It's still going to take me, you know, 4 or 5 hours at least. So I'd like to set myself up to do less miles in the town if possible. But yeah, that's the plan. And hopefully there's not too much snow coming up here, but we'll just do what we can. And I'll check in again probably tomorrow morning.